Champions keep playing until they get it right. Billie Jean King, my friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, keep playing until you get it right. And once you get it right, you'll make up for all the time you ever spent getting there. Let's see where we are on the S&P 500, up 0.19%. In fact, everything is up for the day except gold. The S&P's not up that much, 0.19%. And again, we're going into the second week of green candles after 2 weeks of down candles. As we look at things, where are we? We're still just sort of topping here. Now, when we get to the NASDAQ, you'll see something a little different. That might mean where we're going with the S&P. Remember, we have that Fed meeting we talked about yesterday coming up next week. So as we look at things, we can see that we do have a green up candle. Volume, not so much going on. Volume extremely low, going all the way back to, when is that? The 20th in the afternoon. And then we had that low. And then, of course, we saw things move up since then and then just sort of stalling out about where they stalled out before, not where they stalled out at the highest. And that's going to take us all the way back to the 27th. But where they stalled out around and that's the week beginning the 27th of October, where things stalled out back on the 12th of November. Wednesday, we have moved up toward that, not quite as high yet. So as we see, we're going into 2 days now, 2.5 days, almost 3 days of things just hanging out there. Doesn't mean they're not about to blast off, but they haven't done that yet. We look at the latest 2-day candle. Of course, we see the Wednesday, Friday, and we see the Monday, Tuesday. And of course, the high on the Wednesday, Friday was 683.67. This one's 683.82. So it's gone a little bit higher. So we'll keep an eye on things. But there is some push to knock it higher. Now, this is what I wanted to show you on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ up 0.78%. It also stalled, but then blasted up through it this morning. You can see moving. You can see how much higher it's moving on the 2-day. But again, not a lot of volume. Not a lot of volume. Got to go back to Tuesday morning, the 25th, to see average volume as things were moving up. Green candle moving up after a green doji last week. So we will keep an eye on things. Aren't reaching the prior high yet that we saw back on the week beginning the 27th of October, and then on into with some ranging there and a green spinning top on the week beginning the 3rd of November. But looks like the NASDAQ trying to catch some fire. What's up with 20-year U.S. government bonds? Well, hard to draw any kind of trend line there for you. It was up a little bit for the day, 0.05%. We can see where things really hammered down on Monday, then on into Tuesday morning, and then sort of settling out a little up in the afternoon. So again, we'll keep an eye on bonds. Looks like there's some downward pressure there. We're seeing that also on our trade execution summary grid and our 5-day plus ETF trading analysis and execution plan. We see that on there. As we look at gold, gold is down a little bit after being up for many, many days, down 0.64% for the day, but nonetheless, green up candle on the weekly, but no volume to back that up. No volume to back the 2-day up. And again, just scant volume going all the way back to the October the 27th, that Monday and Tuesday, 27, 28 of October on the 2-day chart. So again, volume just falling off on gold. And guys, I heard something interesting today. I was listening to a podcaster. It was Tucker Carlson talking about a lot of the ripoffs that occur when people are encouraged to buy gold and put it in their IRAs or in their 401ks, any number of things, and buying like commemorative coins or something other than just gold. You're buying it at premiums. My friends, again, I remember when I've heard plenty of people talk against GLD, and I'm not giving any investment advice here, not licensed to do that, not doing it, telling you what I think about GLD. Not a spokesman for them, not been paid a thing, not giving you investment advice. But if you're interested in gold, I mean, it's spot traded every day here. You can buy GLD. It tracks the price of gold. And I just can't for the life of me figure out why in the world, if you want to get involved in gold, if you've got an online broker where you can buy ETFs and sell ETFs for free for no commissions, why would you just not do? Oh, I know. Yeah, if the market crashed, somehow you could get screwed. I haven't seen that happen. And I'd be much more afraid of owning physical gold where somebody could come in, knock me over the head and rob my house. And plus, how the hell am I ever going to use it? And it's heavy to ship around. I don't know, just food for thought. GLD, if you're interested in gold, you can follow it with us here every day. You can practice trade it to learn how it works and to see if you can chart it. And chances are, if you stick with us, you'll find out I can chart it. And why in the world would I not practice trade this simple ETF that is run by the SEC oversees these markets? You've got the New York Stock Exchange, the Merck. I mean, you've got all these. I mean, it is a regulated exchange-traded fund. Now, can there be problems with it? Oh, there's more GLD than there really is physical gold. Everything's a scam. I guess that's possible. But again, when it's regulated, it's clean, it's easy to buy, easy to sell, it's completely fungible, and there's almost no cost getting in and getting out. When you look at what the bid ask is on GLD, it's pretty cool. I mean, you can see it right here. What is it? This is 71 to 88. You buy it at 88, you sell it. That's $368. Now it says 98 cents. Now it's down to 89. It's still trading. But when we look, even though it's after hours, when we look at it, you can see that indeed it's 386.87 right now. That's the buy. The buy is always the higher. That's what you buy it at. When you go to sell it, you sell it for a little less. And it's now it's up to only 5 cents difference between the buy and the sell on a $386, almost $387 ETF. That's mighty darn liquid to me. Not as liquid as a dollar, but awfully darn close. I mean, 0.00 what? So again, liquid. I don't understand, people. As far as gold goes, pulling back those some for the day. Looks like it's trying to catch fire. We'll continue to keep an eye on it. Lastly, Bitcoin. And again, here's another one. If you're interested in Bitcoin, why wouldn't you pay close attention to HODL, which again, managed by Van Eck, has comported with all the rules and requirements of the exchanges and the SEC and all the other government watchdog groups. Why in the world would I go putting my money into some crypto exchange where you could have a Sam Bankman-Fried at the helm? Are you kidding me? I'm not about to do that. So if I'm going to deal with Bitcoin, why wouldn't I deal with it in the safest environment I could find? Now, you can still lose your shirt. Not giving you advice, I'm just asking, hey, a little rule of common sense here, friends. Why not use that? Now, Bitcoin up for the day, 6.40% after a hammer down yesterday, sitting right there below the weekly trend line on the half-day chart. We're in our second doji. It's gone from a green doji to a red doji. Again, not a lot of volume there. There was a lot of volume before, the 4 days before, the Monday, Tuesday, and the Thursday. Let's see, Monday. I'm not keeping up with these holidays. You can see where on the 20th, the candle for the 20th and the 24th, we had lots of volume there, and then it slacked off over the last 4 days. And things are sort of hitting the bottom here on the weekly. You can see over the last 3 weeks where it's just sort of stopped. In fact, the lowest week was back on the week beginning the 17th of November, where it hit the most recent low, and it's not gone lower than that, going now into the third week. So we'll continue to keep an eye on things with Bitcoin. It is up for the day, but a lot of downward pressure there. My friends, thank you so much for being with us. Always love to hear from you. Hope that you're using your common sense when it comes to your money, learning how the stocks, the ETFs, the markets, the charts work. Practice trading all you can and getting ready for a dark winter that will be coming when this stock market finally rolls over and starts to take everything with it. And I pray, my friends, it doesn't take you, because it ain't going to take me. I am not going to ride that crazy ass market down when it explodes. I did it back in the dot-com bubble many, many years ago, decades ago now, and I felt the pinch and the burn, and I thought, fool me once, your fault. Fool me twice, my fault. Ain't gonna get fooled again. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.